In this video, we're going to introduce Docs, Slides and Sheets, effectively Google's fantastic replacement for Word, Excel and PowerPoint. So as every time, 9 dots at the top for the app selector, Docs, Sheets and Slides. Let's look at Google Docs first. Click it, it will open up in a new window. And just like in Word, no tool, thank you, it brings you up a list of possible options. You can have a new blank document or choose from many different templates. And Google Docs will also bring up any documents that you've opened recently from your Google Drive at the bottom here. Now I'm going to start with a blank document. Now, first thing that happens when you start a blank document and you give it a title, my first document, first thing that happens is you'll notice this. It keeps saying saving, all changes saved, saving, all changes saved. If you go to the File menu, there is no save or save as like there is in Word, because it automatically saves onto your own Google Drive as you go. There's never any risk of losing your work. Let's check. If we go to Google Drive, here it is, untitled document. That's the one I'm doing right now. So let's give it a title. Click in here. If you've given it a title here in the text, Google Docs will think, that must be a title, and it will type it in for you. Now the interface is very much like Word, back when it was menu-based. So you got your File menu for everything to do with what you do with the file. Edit is for copying, pasting, finding and such. And these I'm hoping that you'll all be familiar with. There are a few options that are in these lists which did not appear in Word. I'm going to go over those now. The first and most important thing about Google Docs is that you can share anything that you create with anybody else within City. And you use the share button for that. And I'm going to share this document with Matthew. And what happens is, when it's shared with that person will get an email to say that it's been shared with them, and they'll be able to open it as well. When they do open it, as I'm going to do now on my other computer, you'll notice their face pops up at the top. The colour around their face matches the colour of the cursor for where they happen to be typing. On my other computer now, I'm going to scroll down, and it sees that Matthew is moving his cursor down. So, let's see if I can use 2 keyboards at once. So I'm typing here, and Matthew's also typing here. At any point, I can kick him off, go to share, and remove him, just like we would do in Google Drive. Another feature. Let's say that I want one of the people that are working on this document to address a specific part of this document, maybe to spell check it, maybe to check the wording. Find the text that I want them to look at, right click it, and I'm going to add a comment. I'm going to say, Matthew, can you check the wording? I also want to make sure that he gets this. I want to make sure that he understands it's for him. So I'm going to say, plus Matthew Robert Ashton. That means that it's assigned to that person. Actually make it a task for him. Matthew will get an email saying that it's been assigned to him. It pops up on my other screen, and I can address that no problem. One nice feature of Google Docs, if you want to do something but you don't know where the menu item is for the thing that you want to do, click Help. What do I want to do? Insert a table. Insert table, 2 columns by 2 rows. Okay, I'll do that. What do I do if I want to add a row? Add a row below. Anything that you might want to do, type it into Help, and it will bring up a list of possible options that you have. Another feature of Google Docs which is particularly useful, I'm going to open from Google Drive the document that Matthew shared with me last time. It was a lesson plan that was all in Russian. Now, could copy it, highlight it, click copy, and then go to Google Translate, but in the Tools menu, we have the Translate Document option. So it does it right there in the same window. What do I want it in? Let's have it in English. And what do I want to call it? I'll call it ENG, Global Perspective Lesson. So I can see the difference between the two. Click Translate. It will open a new Google Docs window with that document translated into English. And it will save it automatically on your Google Drive. Let's check. Go back to Google Drive, and sure enough, there it is. Now, getting a bit disorganized there. I'll put them into folders later. But that's basically it for Google Docs. The rest of the features are pretty much the same as they are in Word. You've got your usual bold, italic, underline, text color, and so on. And your bullet points and numbering and indentation here. There's more options in the menus up here. Have a play, and you'll find that it actually is very intuitive. Okay, the second of the Office replacement apps, we've got Google Sheets. Very much like Excel. So let's start with a blank spreadsheet. The interface is practically the same as Excel. Just like in Google Docs, you can click Share and share what you want with anyone. Let's say that we're using this as a science experiment results. let's say that the temperature and speed of reaction for our science experiment, let's call it exp, and let's say that we tested the reaction speed of, say, water with some sodium at different temperatures. And the speed of reaction was naturally getting slower and slower. Now, just like in Excel, take some data, highlight it, press the chart button, and Google Sheets will do the work for you. It will decide what the best type of chart is, but you can have a look here. Actually, maybe that one's better, maybe that one's better. Who knows? All the features of Excel are actually here within Google Sheets as well. Let's say that this science experiment results, let's say that's a bit longer, science experiment results for an experiment into reaction speed. And let's say in this box, I want to write a class name, but grade. But that means that I can't see the rest of what's in this box here. What I need is, I need it to go onto the next line, and next line, and next line. This button here, text wrapping. This one, that means the text just goes off the next line. This one means it wraps around onto the next line below. There we go, that's exactly what I want to see. I want to see the bold headings here. Yeah, everything works just like it does in Excel. Have a play around and see what features you can find. Now, the last of the apps that replaces Microsoft Office for us here is Slides, the equivalent of PowerPoint. Just like the other two apps, anything that you open up is saved automatically onto your Google Drive, and anything that you edit will automatically be saved as you edit it. As you can see here, all changes saved. Just the same as before, click here to share it with anybody that you want to share it. I need to name it first, yes, give it a name, presentation, okay. And I can share it with anyone I choose. And just like before, anyone who has it shared with them, who opens it, will be able to edit it at the same time as you. Have a new slide. Again, pink border, you'll be able to see, and actually it tells you which slide they're currently working on. He's now editing slide 2. And you'll be able to edit at the same time. So this is very useful when you have a presentation being created in a group by children. All 5 of them can create one shared presentation that can be edited by all 5 of them in real time, rather than having one person working on the presentation and file 4 looking over their shoulder, or 5 separate presentations. Very useful. Now, there are some other features of Google Slides which make it a little bit different from PowerPoint and make it a bit more simple to use. If you want to insert a picture, you can search for it directly within Google Slides itself. So let's say I want a picture of a chemical reaction. This one, nice dynamic picture here. Yeah, I'll have that. And click Insert, and it will insert it straight into your Google Slides. You don't need to save it, you don't need to import it or delete it or anything like that. Now let's say that Matthew doesn't like that particular picture. He's going to click it and delete it. It's gone. I didn't do anything to delete that, one of my collaborators did. You also have the option of including YouTube videos, so insert video, and it brings up the YouTube search straight away. So let's say reaction of alkali metals. So many different ones. I'll have this one, only 2 minutes long. Let's select that, and what it will do is embed it right there in your PowerPoint. PowerPoint into your Google Slides. Make it nice and big so it fills the slide. And just like in PowerPoint, when you're ready, click the present button and let's see what it looks like from this slide. When you click,
there are 6 alkali metals: lithium, sodium.
And the sound works just like it would in a YouTube video, and you can make it full screen if you wish. And there we are. Again, have a play around, have a play with some of the features. If you go back to your Google Drive after playing, you'll notice that everything you made has been saved. Let's say I'll close that one, and that one, and that one, and the 2 lesson plans. I think those 3, I don't need them anymore. So I'll highlight them all. I'll click, click, click. I'm pressing the Shift button while I click to highlight them all. I'll just drag them to the trash there. And job done. And that's it for docs, sheets, and slides. I would recommend having a play with them. Open them up, have a mess around, and see what features you can find. If there's any features you can't find, anything that you want to do with them that you can't find a feature for, let me know, and I'll try and put another video together for that. Okay, enjoy!